when I was 18 years old, I had a pig. I love pigs. So I got one at the Danbury Fair. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Connecticut, and there's a fair. And I got her, and I can tell you that living with a pig, they're intelligent, they're interesting, they're funny. They're funny. I had an outdoor area for her, with a little mud puddle and a little house and stuff. But she would always break out of the fence. And I had a lot of dogs. And you go out and you go, oh, where's Greta? I named her Greta Garbo. And so at night was the worst. I'd lived in the woods, which is good. And you go out with a flashlight and you go and you go, Greta! And I shine the light. Oh, you like that? And eventually you would hear, and then you'd have to go and get her. And she'd be just standing in the woods, just looking in the dark, little eyeballs looking out. And I had her for several years. In the winter, she had a suite in the garage. They are mischievous. They're funny. There was a couch in there that I thought she might enjoy. But one day I couldn't find her in a garage. This large pig. And I kept looking, and I heard her, but I couldn't find her. I went around the back of the couch. Do you know she had ripped open the back, torn out the whole back side of the couch, which I did not know. And there she was stuffed inside the couch. There's on a couch there are metal pieces that hold the back together, and she just simply was standing there like this. That's my pig impression for the morning. But she was a dear. I know back then that I didn't understand, and I hope to think things were a little different. This is a while ago. When I moved from Connecticut, I was encouraged to give her to a pig farm where they bred pigs. And I'm not sure, but I don't believe that at that particular time that it was a factory farming situation. We're talking 20 years ago. I have to hope in my heart, like many things, that I did not do something wrong. It certainly was not. I thought I was doing the right thing. But it's one of the things that has made me very aware. I got with Lori Boston, and I told her, I said, I want chickens. I had raised 2 chickens while I was doing that big movie I did a long time ago that scares people. It was my science project. I got an incubator, and I hatched a chicken and a rooster. And they were my friends. And so I've always loved chickens. And I said to Lori, I'm ready, I want to rescue. And she went somewhere and got 3 rescued chickens from the slaughterhouse. I have learned an awful lot in the last year and a half by taking care of them. I understand now why they give them antibiotics, why the growth hormones, of course, none of us understand. When they are in large situations, the tendency, if one animal gets sick, they all get sick, they would lose their profits, and that's why they do that. Their immune systems are very low. I've had a lot of trouble. I've had to learn so much about veterinary care for chickens, and I'm by no means an expert, but I know a lot now. I lost one of them not too long ago. Her name was Red, and she's responsible. I have come up with a movie that it'll be my directorial debut, and there's a chicken in it, which I think will bring attention to and bring personality, let people see that they are little characters, little spirits. And Red was responsible for that character, so she'll always be dear in my heart. I was very sad to lose her. And I still have the other 2. They have full, freedom of my property with the dogs. I have a horse, and everybody gets along. And then Lori called me and she said, do any of you remember the turkeys, the 300 turkeys that were at the junkyard last year? There was a man who owned a junkyard, and he purchased 300 turkeys. And if you went and bought a part at this junkyard, you could have a free turkey for Thanksgiving. Well, Animal Reg, PETA, everybody got involved. The guy was shut down. Farm Sanctuary stepped in and said, we'll take all the 300 turkeys. And he said, no. So they fought for it. Eventually, we got 100 of them. I got 2. General Barn got 2 or 3. And I believe somebody else got 2. And the rest went up to Farm Sanctuary in Northern California. I'd never had a turkey. And I didn't know what to do or expect. They are sweet. They're gentle. They're like big baby Hueys walking around. And when they're happy, they love to just peck at things. And they're just really sweet. And they let you pet them. They're just gentle animals. So I was incredibly shocked one day when my horse came running out of his corral. My dogs came running out. I did not know what this horrible disturbance in the backyard was. I went running outside, and I heard the large flapping of wings, and I ran to the back, and she was flipped over on her back and having what looked like an epileptic fit to me. I righted her up. I mean, holding a turkey is different. It's odd. And so I did the best I could. I righted her up. I held her really tight, told her it would be okay, and she died in my arms. She had a heart attack. This turkey was 8 months old. Several months later, the other turkey literally broke her leg at the hip. And this is what is happening because of the animals are genetically altered. And so when it comes on to Thanksgiving, which is soon, you might be able to explain. Well, Linda Blair told me a story about her turkeys. Because they're genetically altered, they are not strong, their immune systems are not strong, and if they're dying at young ages, that's what people are eating.